Good morning. Welcome back to Casa.texpina. We're on build day number 135. It's Friday, August the 21st. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yes it is. Today we have lots of plaster coating going in multiple locations. Again, so we've got the fence line getting plaster coated in 2 locations. And the big spot for today that's getting plaster coated is going to be up here, the outside, the attic side of the media room. So that's all getting plaster coated today. Mr. Ben and Mr. Jericho are taking that on. Big piece of work there. Other than that, we got the foreman is actually working in the kitchen area, still continuing to work a little bit at a time on the kitchen cabinet, the countertop bit, the base, as well as we've got three carpenters on the south side of the house by the master suite that are doing fiber cement board and window molding. So that's all being taken care of today. The welders should be here shortly, and they will be continuing with the steel floor framing above the garage for the attic floor. So we expect to see that today. Thankfully today, I'm gonna do my little prayer real quick. We have a 46% chance of rain, so hopefully it stays very low and goes to the late afternoon. We've been blessed so far that it has Mother Nature and the weather have participated very well and making sure that we're able to still get the majority of our construction in. So while they're doing construction, let us get walking around and see what everybody's doing. So let's get started. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Okay, over here on the side of the house, we've got Mr. Jojo is putting in window molding. Right there for the that'll be the window above the master's bathtub, the master bathtub area. And then you have Mr. Allen, and on this side Mr. Ferdy continuing to work the fiber cement board for the wall cladding. So that's continuing to be worked. Let's go ahead and look back here and see who's working on the fence line. Welcome to Club Carlito. We got the tunes rolling. We're putting up some plaster coat. Yeah. Over here on this side, Mr. Chucks is working on the patio area, doing a couple punch throughs for an outlet from on either side of the picture window, so that we've got power on the patio just in case we need it. They're doing punch throughs. He's doing punch throughs, so he's going to take it from the wiring from the inside and push it through, so we don't have to do a whole lot of extra chipping out that's not required. And like I mentioned over here, the foreman, Mr. Marlin, is he got his own personal project. He's taking the doing the plaster coating for the base of the kitchen countertop. So smoothing that out. It's gonna be nice and pretty. When he's done, it's gonna look just like that. All right, let's go see what's going on upstairs. All right, let's turn the corner. We're heading upstairs. Looks like Mr. Jerome is making more plaster coat, lots of plaster coat, because he's supplying the 2 gentlemen out in the attic space. That's Mr. Joel helping out Mr. Jerome, and Mr. Joel is going to be plaster coating the end of this wall here, making that much better, smooth. Let's go see where those two guys are working out in the attic space. All right, there's Mr. Jericho. They're getting everything all set up, so they got the proper depth. And Mr. Ben way down on the end. All right, so these two guys are going to be plaster coating this entire wall down the side today, top and bottom. So I've got my second camera set up over here, and we're going to be getting time lapse, so you guys will see this pretty close to the end of the video, and I will show you these guys plaster coating. It is an amazing process to watch. And the welding crew has arrived. They are getting their game plan together over here in the corner before they get started. Back up here again above the garage for the attic floor steel floor framing. So they're going to continue these web truss style floor joists all along this side. They've got two more, I think one full length and one on this side right on the edge to put in. So they'll be working on that today. You see the guys are still working the attic floor steel framing. Doing the extensions. So what they did was turn the corner right here and using that to extend the second and third floor joist. Yes, floor joist. Lost for words this morning. So right now they've got the top and bottom going into place, and then they're going to come through here with the uprights. They'll put the uprights first and start working their way down. They do the upright and then the diagonal, and they work their way down as they go through. So he's going to put one in the center first so that he makes sure that the whole span is at the right height. Okay, let's go see what everybody else is working on. And we are up here in the media room in the attic. So Mr. Jerome is working plaster mortar for the two guys out on the other side of the media wall. And Mr. Joel here is still continuing to work the attic, that end wall, the end of that wall there. Let's go take a peek around the corner, see what these guys are, how these guys are working. Smile, you're on candid camera. Not so candid. Sige. See how polite. Excuse me, sir, let me get by. I got a job to do here. So Mr. Jerome's keeping them very well supplied with plaster coat, with mortar for the plaster coating process. All right, let's go ahead and head back down before Miss Emie has a conniption fit for me being up here walking on the not so done flooring. Mr. Jojo is working fast out here. We've got 3 of the 4 sides already up for the smaller window here going into the master's bathroom. Okay, these are just initial placements, so he will come back and fill in the corners with the extra mortar and fine cement to make it all smooth. Should look like this when it gets done, and before they start painting it, they'll do skim coat on this as well, just like they do on the inside. Moving right along on this floor joist. So Mr. Joseph over there is the one putting the initial pieces into place, so the bracing in between the top and bottom angle irons, and Mr. Dande, the foreman, is going back behind and doing the long welds. Okay, looking good. All right, looks like Club Carlito has left the building. He is done with the plaster coat and this part of the fence wall. He has moved way down there. All right, so we're still working on the fiber cement board wall cladding. Back wall here, where Mr. Ferdy is at, is up to height. He's got one more board to put on the other end of the wall. Mr. Allen here, 2 more boards, and he'll be up to height. Then they'll start cruising down this way as soon as Mr. Jojo finishes up with the door molding here, which it looks like he is almost done. Let's look through the prison gates. Yes, it does look like he is almost finished there. He's done the smooth cement edges so that it'll all come together nicely. And as we walk past the zoo, you see the big cat, Mr. Romy. Just kidding, just kidding. You can see Mr. Jojo has completed the window molding on the other side of the window, but on this side, what he's doing is the cornering. So he's smoothing out all the edges here on the bottom half of the window. This window was left unfinished for a long time because we had to come to a design decision. So when the decision was made, we continued moving along. That decision was to whether we were going to leave it at this size or make it really big, and we decided better just leave it like this. More aesthetic from the outside, because this window and this window are the same size. So that way, looking from the outside, it's going to look like this. Well, this is inside obviously, but outside is going to look the same. Okay, the welders have completed the steel floor joists over the garage area and the guest side of the house. So now they're coming back and they're going to start working on the tubular steel framing that's going to go above that. So same like they did over on this side of the house, where these guys now have something to walk upon and work from. They're going to continue going this way and around the house into the garage area. All right. Welcome to Ben and Jerry's rendering class. All right, it's yabba dabba do time. Guys are putting their tools away. Today, the welders and the plaster coaters got lots of work done. Let's go ahead and take a walk inside. So part of the fence still got continued being plaster coated, or rendered as they call it. Continuing on. We were doing video earlier today. I did some of the time lapse. All of this area up here above the entrance foyer area. This is the attic side of the media room. That all got completed. rendering at least up to this section here where we're at above the dining room. From the dining room on, the welders have been busy, as you can see. They completed the section that was above the garage area for the floor joists and came back over this way and started continuing with the 2x4 tubular steel joists that are going above that. So that's what they're going to continue on tomorrow. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, tomorrow we should be looking at having the concrete poured for the lanai, or the back patio, however you want to call it. The guys still have a lot of work as far as tamping and getting the ground all compacted, but they've got that just about there. We should see that tomorrow, so something to look forward to tomorrow. We'll be looking at pouring that back patio. Yeah, so if y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of the videos like this, hit the casa.texpina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow for the back patio, have a great afternoon and God bless.